First of all, I just want to say that anything I'm saying in this video, it's what I've found from my own research. I'm not saying anything 100% true or anything is facts. It's just what I've been looking. I've been doing these for a few weeks now, and I did lots of research before and tried to figure out what works best. I've tried different materials to do the non-woven lining, and this is the one that I find best. It's most breathable and, you know, less sticky, and it can be rewashed as well. In regards to the masks, we're not saying that these masks are as good as, you know, hospital grade masks. We're not saying that these are better. We're saying that they're better than nothing. So if you're in a situation where you have nothing, or you just have the small thin disposable ones, these are going to be better than those. My masks seal around the nose. They seal around the nose, which means it's blocking from things getting the top. They're close to the side, and they fit it at the bottom as well. So it's really at your own discretion to use these. Like, I have been using them, and, you know, obviously there's no way of actually testing like how good they are, but from research, what research is saying, not me, but research is saying, is that these are like 50 to 60%, you know, better than not wearing a mask. Whereas the PPE, that, you know, they're in the 90%. And then the little, if you know, the little blue ones that are like disposable, that kind of just come across here, they're just literally a rectangle. They're saying they're actually less than the fabric ones. Now, again, not my research, I don't know, I'm just saying, but just don't think that I'm trying to say that these are better than what the hospital's wearing, because they're not. But there is a lot of people now at the minute who have nothing, and these are going to be better than nothing. So that's all I want to say, just in case anyone wants to, you know, ask me where I'm getting my research from. Thank you.
So I'm just going to tell you here how to use the mask, and also how to wash it and what's the best way. So I'm just showing you off one of the basic masks here with the elastic, with the pouch at the back, and there's pleats at the front, and they pull out, as you can see, to shape around the face. I'm just showing you here how to use a filter. So you can use normal kitchen roll as a filter. It works quite well because it's non-woven, and also it will absorb any moisture. You just fold up some and you put it in the back, as I'm showing. So this is actually just a child's mask. I'm just showing you how they're put on. This one has 2 straps on the side, and it goes around your ears, and that's just me molting the wire to show you. Obviously I'm not going to try it on because it's a kid's one, but that's the one with the elastic. Now, most of the ones that we're now doing have the elastic that goes around the back, but we do have I'd say about 30 or 40 that is elastic around the ears. These are going to be given to people who won't be wearing the mask or as long, whereas the elastic around the back is going to be given to the likes of the NHS and people who are going to be wearing them for long periods of time. So as you can see, I've just popped it on here, and you just pull it out to cover your face as shown. As you can see, there's wire around the nose, and you just push it around to mold around your nose. As you can see, there's no space inside, it's snug at the bottom, and then because of the wire, it's molded around the nose. So I'm just showing you here, you can just take it off from the bottom and let it hang there, so that you can, you know, take a minute to breathe or whatever. But make sure you're not touching the front of it. It's very important, because if you have any germs there, you don't want to be sharing it around. So I'm just showing you here that the elastic, you can wear it higher, or you can move it to lower, you know, so that if it starts hurting you in one position, you can just kind of move it around. As I said, just try to avoid touching the front. If you do touch the front, you're going to have to wash your hands. This is boiling. So that's my little filters. I'm just putting them into some warm water. I'm putting the mask hanging here, and then I'm going to put the lid on. I leave that for 10 minutes, let it boil, and it's basically sterilising itself. It's going to come off lovely and clean. That's going to be enough to kill the germs, according to the research I've seen, not according to research I've done myself, because I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, but anything I've said, they've said 10 minutes. At the end, you just want to dry it off on a radiator. You don't want to tumble this, dry it. So it is now 7 weeks later. It's the 4th of May, and I'm just showing you the new and improved style. So as you can see, it's very similar to what it is. You've still got the elastic. I've done it now so that the sides pull into shape better around the face. As you can see, I will add footage at the end. We're now using 100% cotton, a nice weight, strong cotton, which is tightly woven, which is very important. I'm just showing the flap here. This is the front, and whenever you put your filter in now, the kitchen roll, it will tuck underneath there, which means stops it from rising up when you're wearing it. As I was saying, the woven fabric is very important, because it's tight. Because the tighter it is, means the less chance the coronavirus can get through it. I'm just showing you how to use your non-woven filter here. You just pop it in. As you can see, it's quite simple. We've also stitched in the sides as well, so it's more like a pocket shape. and also as you can see the slot is now at the top. We just found this was easier for the user. That's what feedback we'd gotten. So I'm just showing you here how to put the flap over the top just to seal in the cling film. The cotton fabric is very breathable now, and you know, it's a lot better design than what we were originally doing. It's a very snug fit. We're making these in a very sterilized area. We're washing the mask before and after, and we're going to be supplying them in an airlock bag. This is me trying it on just to show you how snug it is. Now, we did get rid of the wire. That was for insurance reasons, because we were afraid, you know, if the wire was to come through the fabric that it could injure someone, so we are no longer making those. The elastic is completely adjustable, as you can see, and whenever the elastic starts going, you can actually replace it yourself, which means that you're not having to buy new mask every time. You can just replace the elastic, you know, because if you're boiling them a lot and cleaning them a lot, you know, it can affect the elastic. I just want to lastly say thank you so much to anyone who's made this happen, anyone who's donated money, you know, support me online. You know, it was a lot of work. It's 7 weeks now of constantly sewing, so thank you so much to everyone, and I hope to see you soon on the other side in the shop. Any questions, all feel free to get in contact with me. Thanks so much. Bye.